The 2002 Villanova Wildcats provided another exciting and successful season. It was a season where the Cats welcomed some tremendous accomplishments and bid farewell to some outstanding performers. Once again, under Coach Andy Talley's watchful eye, the Villanova football program earned the right to be called one of the best in the nation. Seniors provided leadership on both sides of the ball, and a wealth of young talent was discovered. Wildcat Football 2002, a season that highlighted today's achievement and tomorrow's promise. Villanova started its 2002 season by traveling up the New Jersey Turnpike to take on Division I Rutgers. Villanova was looking to earn respect right away. Rutgers, on the other hand, was looking to prove that Villanova had no business picking on the mighty Big East Conference. Villanova proved them wrong early in the first quarter when senior quarterback Brett Gordon and senior wideout Brian White combined to sting the Scarlet Knights.
Brett Gordon's pass complete to Brian White for the Villanova touchdown.
This game also marked the debut of Villanova's outstanding defense. It was a Wildcat defense that set the tone early and often. Led by senior linebacker Jamison Young, the Cats defense kept Rutgers from gaining momentum. At halftime, Villanova held a surprising 4-point lead, but the best was yet to come. The second half saw Villanova stick a dagger into the Knights with an outstanding bit of trickery. From this point on, the Cats were rolling. The defense held Rutgers to just 6 second-half points. Villanova defenders were wreaking havoc all evening in the RU backfield. Brett Gordon and the Nova offense kept the ball moving, adding 2 fourth-quarter scores. Running back Phil DiGiacomo had 2 touchdowns in the game, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. Tailback Terry Butler had an outstanding 2002 debut with 121 yards rushing on 21 carries, including a late 41-yard touchdown run. Senior Brian White was named A10 and Sports Network National Offensive Player of the Week for his 12 catches and a 165-yard performance. In the end, it was Villanova that made the statement. The Cats locker room was all smiles. What a way to start the season. Game 2 saw Villanova continue north, traveling to Hamilton, New York, to take on Colgate University. For the second week in a row, it was Villanova's defense that shut down the opposition. Against the gritty Wildcat D, Colgate was never able to get anything going. The Cats held Colgate to only 134 total yards and only 23 net rushing yards for the game. The Cats D was back. Brett Gordon led the offense with 377 passing yards. Terry Butler scored both Villanova touchdowns. Butler added 6 catches for 103 yards. The Wildcats had back-to-back road wins. Villanova's offense exploded for 484 yards and 45 points as the Cats buried the University of New Hampshire. Villanova dominated both sides of the ball. The defense held New Hampshire to just 32 yards rushing. For his part in Villanova's outstanding defensive effort, freshman Brian Julio was named Atlantic 10 Rookie of the Week. Terry Butler ran for 95 yards on 18 carries and added 2 touchdowns. Villanova backs rushed for an incredible 316 yards on the afternoon. Brett Gordon connected on 14 of 20 attempts, including 2 touchdown passes to Cameron Cross. In the end, the Cats proved to themselves and to the nation just what they were capable of when they clicked on both sides of the ball. The Cats ventured down south to Harrisonburg, Virginia, to take on James Madison University, looking for an Atlantic 10 road victory. Quarterback Brett Gordon led the way. Gordon had one of the best outings of his Wildcat career. Gordon threw for 421 yards and 4 touchdowns. He completed 40 of his 57 passing attempts, including an important one to redshirt freshman John Deeser. Deezer had 6 catches for 136 yards and 2 touchdowns and was named A-10 Rookie of the Week. Gordon also connected with senior receiver Shaz Brown 8 times for 100 yards. Brown made some important catches late in the game to keep the chains moving. Gordon was named A-10 and Sports Network Offensive Player of the Week. The Cats' defense was strong when it counted. Sophomore cornerback Jeremy Morgan came up with a big play that helped seal the victory.
Reach to the right 33-yard line. We're under a minute 20. About to throw his hand is up. Got the left edge. Jeremy Morgan throws. He's in the 40. He's in the right sideline. Jeremy Morgan.
Coach Talley and Villanova escaped with an important A-10 road victory.
Double tight end right now for Villanova.
The Wildcats return to Villanova Stadium for a homecoming matchup with the Hofstra Pride. They took this game over early. Brett Gordon had another outstanding performance. The senior quarterback was 26 of 35 for 234 yards and 4 touchdowns. Gordon connected with 10 different Wildcat receivers in the game. The Wildcat defense held Hofstra to only 259 yards and 1 meaningless late score. It was another complete effort for the Cats. Once again, for his outstanding performance, Brett Gordon was named the A-10 Offensive Player of the Week.
Touchdown, Phil DiGiacomo!
With only a short time to prepare, the Cats hosted the University of Pennsylvania. The game was played in a steady rain. The condition kept the game a low-scoring affair. The Villanova defense held Penn to just 172 yards in total offense. The Cats defense controlled the line of scrimmage, allowing the Quakers only 27 yards rushing. Brian Julio led the Cats with 9 tackles and 2 sacks. Jeremy Morgan added a key second-half interception to set up a Wildcat score.
On play action, Gordon got the open man. Cameron Cross for the touchdown.
In tough conditions, Brett Gordon was able to throw for 271 yards and a touchdown while rushing for another score. Brian White had 5 catches for a game-high 96 yards. Villanova had another W and city bragging rights for another season. The Cats returned to Villanova Stadium 2 weeks later for a crucial Atlantic 10 showdown with the William and Mary Tribe. A victory would go a long way in helping the Wildcats play off hope. Villanova got on the board early when Brett Gordon hit John Deezer for a 24-yard touchdown pass in the first quarter. The Cats added 2 more first-half touchdowns and took an 11-point lead into the locker room at halftime. After William and Mary cut the lead on a touchdown late in the third quarter, the Cats struck back. Brett Gordon hit senior Cameron Cross on a short touchdown pass to give the Wildcats some breathing room. Now it was in the hands of the defense. The Cats D had kept the Tribe's dangerous attack off balance most of the day. Now it had to stop William and Mary one last time deep in its own territory to seal the victory.
So it's first and 20. Corley scrambles and he's sacked by Jamison Young. 4-man rush. Now here comes Young on the blitz. Corley scrambles and Young got him again.
4th down and 15. Back to throw is Corley. And there's a block thrown. He's under pressure now. And he's thrown down. Terrence Taylor got him at the 25. It'll go in as a sack. And the Cats take over.
A great team effort. The offense tallied an impressive 541 yards. Brett Gordon, who was 19 of 26 for 256 yards and 4 touchdowns, was again recognized as the Atlantic 10 Offensive Player of the Week. True freshman Martin Mo Gibson had his first career 100-yard rushing day for Villanova. Gibson had 12 carries for 109 yards and a touchdown. The defense was led by linebacker Jamison Young, who had 5 tackles and 2 big sacks. And by Brian Julio, who had 10 tackles on the afternoon. The Cats were fired up after smoking William and Mary, but they knew there was more work ahead. On a rainy Saturday, Villanova played its final regular season home game against the University of Rhode Island. it was a chance to honor the Wildcat Seniors, a group that has meant so much to the continued success of Villanova football. Brett Gordon threw for 3 touchdowns and went over the 300-yard mark for the second straight season. Fittingly, seniors Brian White and Shaz Brown caught touchdowns to help the Villanova cause. On defense, senior Gary Johnson blocked a punt to set up a Villanova score. Jamison Young added 11 tackles and a sack to his growing total. Sophomore Raymond Ventrone had an outstanding day with 10 tackles and a fumble recovery. It was a fitting send-off for the seniors. It also marked the 150th career coaching victory for head coach Andy Talley. Coach Talley and the Cats knew that they could dry off and savor this win. But in the morning, they'd have to start to prepare for the biggest game of the season. There were few games in the recent history of Villanova football that were more important and more intense than their 36th meeting against the University of Delaware. A win for Villanova meant an almost certain trip to the postseason. The sights and sounds of this game should speak for themselves.
There he goes in motion. The handoff with a lead blocker in front of him. And into the end zone is Mo Gibson. Third down and fairly long. Connor with the blitz coming. Little inside pitch is picked off. The tip ball and the pick off Isaiah Harrison. Second down and long. And throwing without any problem at all. First down yardage. Staying inside the line and a touchdown. Second down. It's collapsing around him. And he's down. And loses the football, but they say the ground caused it. But the man in motion, Gordon, open man, cross, touchdown.
Villanova can still come back, but they must hold them to 3. Here they back off. Here they come. Down the middle, crosses over and he's got it. Down to the 45 to the 44. No flag. First down, Villanova in Delaware territory. Right from the 33 of Delaware out of the half gun. Senior cross, senior Gordon. Gordon looks, Gordon throws. Caught by Cross. Can he go into the outside of 40, 20, 15, 10. Gets the block. Where's he out of bounds at? Marking him at the 9-yard line. Cameron Cross. A quarter 9 seconds remaining. Big play from the 7-yard line. Sees him on the line. Gordon's got it. He rolls. He looks. He throws into the end zone. Touchdown! Ryan! Touchdown! Back to back, Ryan! We're on the way. You're on to Alaska. Ryan White. Villanova has won 38-34 over the playoffs. So, this is one of the great moments in Andy Talley's 18-year career. He wins his 150th game last week, and today, in another classic. They're so good. They're so good. They live up to the game. Whether Villanova wins or Delaware wins, it's always a classic. And Villanova wins it 38-34. You gotta love it.
The following day, the Cats learned they had earned a playoff date with last season's national runner-up, Furman. The Paladins of Furman came to Villanova Stadium ranked 9th in the nation. In the first half, Furman jumped out to an early lead. The Cats needed a spark. They found it in Mo Gibson.
Gibson far side, 5-10. 15, 20. Gibson's got some room. He can get to the outside, turns up to the 40-yard line. Inches from behind him to midfield. Into the 45, down to the 40, down to the 30. Turns it over to the 20. Gets the block to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Mo Gibson goes 99 yards for a Villanova touchdown.
Gibson's return gave the Wildcats some life, but they still found themselves down going into the game's final quarter. What followed was an incredible display of guts and determination on both sides of the ball that led to one of Villanova's greatest comeback wins.
Getting the snap, he's got it. He's rolling. There's Gordon. He's looking. He's got him again. White. Same plays last week. Villanova touchdown. And he's looking to throw the football. He throws over the middle, and it's caught by West. And he breaks free. He's got a first down. Green fumble on the turf. Gary Johnson just picked it up, and he's got it. Hold on to the football. Johnson up the left side. Midfield. He's at 45. He's down at the 40. First down, Wildcat. Austin Gibson from the 8. That's the open side of the field. Gordon has it. He fakes. He's looking. He's got Chilla open. He doesn't see him. He throws for Chilla, and he has it for a Villanova touchdown. to 1, not at 38 all game. They go to Butler. He runs to the outside, back to the inside, and into the end zone! Villanova touchdown! Corbin with 52 seconds left. Napier's back to throw. He has some time. He's looking. He's throwing deep. Down the side. It's going to be overthrown. It's incomplete. Is there a flag? No flag. 46 seconds left. Villanova's going to win. The Cats are on the move to the quarterfinals. What a comeback this has been.
Coach Talley and the Wildcats pulled off a great comeback and recorded one of the program's greatest victories. More important, Villanova moved on to the second round in the playoffs, an outstanding accomplishment. Their next opponent, the Patriot League champion, Fordham Rand. The Cats knew they were a victory away from a trip to the national semifinals. It was the last home game for Villanova's outstanding senior class. A chance to help earn the program an historic victory. The 2002 Wildcats were not going to be denied.
Out of the full gun on the Villanova 37 out of the shotgun. He's looking. He throws down the middle. Intercepted. Picked off by Gary Johnson at the Villanova 11-yard line. His third INT of the season on the senior from Waukegan, Illinois. 3:06 to go. Opening half. Trips to the right. That's the open side of the field. Single setback is Gibson. Here they go over the middle. Catch. Oh, lateral back nicely. White back to Gibson to the 15. 10, 5. Touchdown. Trick play Wildcats. White to Gibson on a lateral. White comes now in motion. Maybe they'll throw the fade. No, they left side toss. Getting the ball with Butler. Racing into the end zone for a Villanova touchdown. Great block by White to open it up. And the Cats up 16-3. Harry Butler's 10th score of the season. Back to throw Ezekiel on 3rd down and 9. He looks. He throws into the end zone. Going to be off. Picked off in the end zone. Darnell Green's got it. Playing center field. It's overthrown. And the Cats take over. The football at the 10-yard line of Fordham. Here comes White through the line of scrimmage. Sets up as a wing. Back to throw. Gordon's looking. Gordon surveys. Throws over the middle. Caught by Terry Butler. And he takes it into the end zone for a Villanova touchdown. Gordon takes the knee. Down to 25 seconds. Ryan Fannin, I've got a question for you. Are you ready? Are you ready, Ryan?
I'm ready. Bring it.
You want to go to the semifinals, Ryan?
Let's go, Joe. Let's go.
We're going to go, Ryan. There's 15 seconds left.
Let's go. First time since they brought football back in 1985 at the 1AA level, Joe. I want you to count it down because how sweet it is. We're going to the semis, partner.
Despite playing most of the game with a broken thumb on his throwing hand, quarterback Brett Gordon was an incredible 26 for 30, throwing for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. His effort inspired Villanova to a historic victory. A quarterfinals win earned the Wildcats a trip to Lake Charles, Louisiana for a national semifinal game against the McNeese State Cowboys. The game was broadcast live on ESPN. The national viewing audience was not cheated. They got to see an exciting contest.
The counter pitch to King, stopped in the backfield, and that's going to turn it over on downs. 4 wide receivers. White with a spectacular catch down the right hash mark to about the 23-yard line. Deep to Shaz Brown. Touchdown Wildcats. To Giacomo, the lone setback. Gets the handoff inside. Touchdown Villanova. They won't go away, Rod.
But what a tremendous performance by Brett Gordon. I don't think I've seen a more courageous performance in college football.
In the end, in spite of a heroic effort by the Wildcats, the incredible and historic 2002 season came to a close. Each and every player on this history-making Villanova squad deserves special recognition and should be proud of their accomplishment. A number of Villanova players were recognized for their efforts on and off the field. In keeping with their tradition for outstanding student-athletes, Villanova placed 13 players on the Atlantic 10 Conference All-Academic Team. They were Mike Finn, Brett Gordon, Noah Hoffman, Adam James, Mike Roseman, Jason Sachs, Anthony Wright, Carmen DiFrancesco, Kingsley Etchema, Carmen Falcone, Brian Julia, Dan Silva, Raymond Ventrone. A number of Wildcats were honored by the Atlantic 10 Conference for their on-field efforts in 2002. On defense, sophomore end Terrence Taylor was named All-Atlantic 10. Taylor made a number of big plays in 2002. Also, redshirt freshman Brian Julia was recognized by the Atlantic 10. Julia was one of Villanova's top tacklers and provided leadership and enthusiasm to Nova's powerful defense. Senior Gary Johnson was selected as an all-conference team member. Johnson leaves a legacy of versatility and leadership that will always be remembered at Villanova. Senior Jamison Young led the Wildcat defense in tackles for the second straight season. In 2002, Young was the heart and soul of the reborn Villanova defense. His spirit and skill was behind much of this season's success. On the offensive side of the ball, junior center Mike Finn was named to an Atlantic 10 All-Star team. Senior tackle Sean McCarthy joined Finn as an Atlantic 10 All-Star. Both anchored an offensive line that was a huge key to the Wildcats' success. Junior tight end Matt Chilla was named first team All-Atlantic 10 and received ECAC honorable mention. Chilla was an important clutch performer for the Cats in 2002. Senior wide receiver Brian White leads Villanova as one of the school's all-time career reception leaders. White was Villanova's go-to guy. Time and time again, White made catches to propel the Cats to victory. Brian White was named All-Atlantic 10 for his performance in 2002. Finally, senior quarterback Brett Gordon. Gordon finishes his Villanova career as one of the best quarterbacks in school history. Gordon's career statistics put him on or near the top of nearly all of Villanova's passing records. His late-game heroics cemented his legacy as one of the greatest field generals Villanova has ever seen. In 2002, Villanova's Brett Gordon was selected the ECAC Player of the Year, the Atlantic 10 Conference Offensive Player of the Year, and an All-American by the Sports Network. Gordon was runner-up for the Walter Payton Award, given to the most outstanding player in 1AA. In 2002, head coach Andy Talley and his Villanova Wildcats received the Lambert Meadowlands Trophy. The trophy honors the best college teams in the East. It is the second time in the Talley era that Villanova has won this award. In 2002, the Villanova Wildcats made a memorable and historic march all the way to the NCAA semifinals. They were a team in the true sense of the word, feeding off each other's success, never giving up, never quitting, with leadership from an outstanding senior class, contributions made by some future Wildcat standouts. The 2002 Cats celebrated their success. They made their mark and will be remembered as one of the best Wildcat football teams in school history.